How you doing? Hey guys, Taylor here. And let's go ahead and play Trial or Error! I think that so many of you have been secretly missing Trial or Error. So for those of you who probably don't remember or don't know what Trial or Error is, that is basically where I take a bunch of autism hacks, products, guidance, whatever, and I test them out, putting them through the ultimate test, and I determine whether if it's worth the trial,
yay,
or if it's just a downright error.
Aw.
But before we get started, I feel like it is probably best if I just address the elephant in the room. The camera angle is because right now I'm currently reorganizing my room and my desk is finally where and how I want it to be. So there's a new camera angle and I do apologize for that. And right now I'm still currently filming my videos on my phone. Honestly guys, it's for convenience. It's easy to edit my videos on my phone and then go on my computer, do all the fun music and stuff like that, all the fun captions that you guys love so much. And so I just kind of wanted to clarify those two big things, which I would call the elephant in the room. That and the fact that I just got a haircut. Anyway, back to the video. So for today's episode in the saga of Trial or Error, we're going to be putting coloring apps to the test today. And I think this is, maybe only the second or third time I've done this for a trial or error video, but I've actually already tested it. But I'll be more than happy to show you guys on camera as well. But before we get started, I have to make the disclaimer. I know, same stuff, not being paid or sponsored. I'm just simply using these videos, not for promotion. Anything that I buy myself, and I just really use these trial or error videos to help bring insight to people who have loved ones with autism or people with autism themselves. Also, these are for maybe like an educational type thing so that people could see what helps us people with autism deal with this crazy environment called the world and this crazy thing called living life. But also, before we get started, if you guys end up liking the video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys are brand new to my channel, my name is Taylor. My hair was much longer than this, and I don't normally sound this nasally. That is because we're near the end of summer, and I think I may have allergies again, which I hate with a passion. If you guys end up liking this video, please, please, please join the journey with me and hit the subscribe button, but also please, please, please turn on the bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Now with all that now being said, let's go ahead and bring up this colorful conversation of coloring apps. Now typically, coloring would mean taking a coloring book or coloring pages and just coloring it like physically with a physical crayon and on a physical piece of paper, right? Well, not the case anymore. Technology has gone so far advanced that now you can color on your phone or tablet. I have always found coloring as maybe like an outlet for me if I get too overstimulated or too overwhelmed, if I get too upset. It's kind of like how I would decompress when I would go into water and I'll just immediately calm down. Well, coloring does the same thing. Coloring apps and coloring have been known to help people who are suffering from anxiety, which I also suffer from. People who suffer from autism, which I also have. I have incurable autism for the rest of my life. And people who just really need something to focus on and just come back to earth, which I also have ADHD. You know what? I make this joke all the time. I've never really said it on here, but I feel God gave me the AAA package. Autism, ADHD, and anxiety. Yeah, he gave me the AAA package, which I am not opposed to. There's nothing wrong with that. I will not question my Lord and Savior's ways. Because if God had not given me this AAA package that is full of anxiety, autism, and ADHD, then how can I make these videos and help educate you guys about autism? So overall, coloring and coloring apps have been known to help people calm down, take a breather, and relax. I have friends who don't have any mental illness or mental disabilities who also use coloring apps and coloring, and they end up liking it. So coloring can spread from people like me to normal functioning people. And you guys are probably wondering, well, Taylor, what's normal functioning mean? I don't know if someone else has used the term normal functioning, but to me, normal functioning people are people whose brains function normally, like there's nothing wrong with it. Me, My brain, however, is very, 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 very different. Whereas my brain, with me having autism, is very, 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 very complex and different. And because my brain functions differently and is so much more complex than your brain, basically, it picks up sensory messages more strongly and more sensitively than your brain would. It is so complex, so strong, and so incredibly sensitive. And that leads into some triggers, which I actually talked about last week. If you want to go ahead and check it out, I'm pretty sure I'll leave a link in the description below. And so as a young child, coloring has been an outlet for me. Like I said earlier, it's been such an amazing outlet for me. It's like putting me in water, like I said earlier. After 5 or 10 minutes of coloring, I'm calming down like that. I'm decompressing almost immediately. And so when I would see all these apps for coloring and all these ads for those apps, I thought maybe I should give them a go. So a couple years ago, I downloaded an app on my previous phone and I loved it. It totally brought me back down to earth. So I downloaded it and my overstimulated level, it went down a little bit and I suddenly was able to decompress a lot because I was so focused on this coloring app that it just helped me feel better. I did promise a demonstration, so here you go. This is my iPad, which I've named Patty. Okay, so here is a sample with what I have on here. So there's color number, voxel, which is pretty cool. But as you go through it, you can see that I have many more coloring apps on here. Let's see, I'm trying to find it for you guys. Oh, here we go. I've got Paintly, coloring, color book, paint by number, happy color. Then I got Polygon, which is kind of like paint by number. I got some more on this tab. The color phone one, that's probably my favorite because it deals with textures and I love seeing all the different textures and gradients. And then this one, the Bible coloring, was one that I just downloaded last night. So since it is fresh out to download this, I'll go ahead and show you with this. So this is one that I just worked on. And this is the story about how God created the heavens and the earth, and God created everything. Basically, what you're doing, I'm not being paid by this app, by the way. I'm not being sponsored by this app either. I'm just showing you guys because right now I am loving this app. This is a good Christian faith-based coloring app and I just love it. And they're not paying me to say that or sponsoring me to say that. I'm just simply telling you from my own experience. It is also for show and tell reasons. Basically it gives you a number of a color. So this one is 1. So I have to find all the gray areas or the number 1 areas. And I just have to do that. There's more on there? Oh, I see it. And you have to go through and find all the one spots, which can be pretty tricky right now. Oh, I see them. Okay, now I have to go find the number 2s, which there's a lot of, so I just go through and tap all these spaces to have the number 2 or that are gray if the area is just so gray and not the number. In these small shapes, like so. And it is like this throughout the whole entire thing. Like if you get done with one number, then you go on to the next number and fill those spaces in. And if you get done with the next number, then you go on to the following number, and then you just keep on going until the coloring page is basically filled in. I could literally sit here and do these coloring apps literally all day. I would seriously would. If this were a job, oh honey, I would take that in a heartbeat. Like on Tuesday, a few days ago, while I was waiting to get my hair chopped, I colored with this app for Lord knows how many hours. I think it was about maybe I want to say 6 or 7 hours. I'm not sure. I'll have to recount my events that day, but that kept me seriously occupied and helped me wait, and the time just flew by. It seriously flew by before I got the hair chopped. and it kept me quiet, it kept me calm, and it kept me very busy and very occupied. Even after a few minutes, as you continuously fill in the colors where the numbers are, it slowly starts to progress. As you guys can see here, it's slowly starting to come together, and it shows like this little time lapse thing, which some of the apps do, which I love, to show like how much work you put into and how it all came together. I just really love it. It's so mesmerizing to watch. And before you know it, you are, well, before you know it, you are done. So, a lot of coloring apps are like that. You know, you can get them for free. Some of them, like most of them, are generally for free to download. So now, are coloring apps worth the trial?
Yay!
Or are they just a downright error?
Aww.
These are definitely worth the trial. I mean, like I probably mentioned earlier, on Tuesday before I got my haircut, I spent a few hours on a coloring app, and it helped me stay calm, it helped me stay focused, and it helped me really stay in tune with the surroundings around me. The only downside, which there are apps, like there are ads in the apps, which I completely understand, but one of the only downsides is that most of them do require Wi-Fi, which is a problem. Like most of the coloring apps on my iPad do require Wi-Fi in order to use them. So other than the Wi-Fi issue, I don't see why you couldn't try it. Over the years, I found that coloring apps have really helped me decompress and helped my overstimulation come down and helped me relax a lot. Well guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you guys liked it. Also in the comments below, what would you like to see on trial or error? I look forward to reading and replying to responses below. So, YouTube Studio, I don't know what the heck's going on with that thing right now, but one of these days, once it gets fixed, if you want to check out the previous 2 videos, one of these days, boom, boom, once they get it fixed. And finally, as always, if you guys like my videos and want to see more videos from me in the future, and trust me, I don't think you'll want to miss next week's video, please go ahead and give my channel a subscribe, and also turn on the bell notifications so that you can be notified when next week's video is uploaded. Well guys, that's it for now. Until next time, bye bye.